The Triple B Podcast would like to invite you to come break bread with your brothers. If you like what you're hearing on the show, if you think we missed the mark, or if we got it all wrong, reach out to us on social media. We can be reached on Twitter at triple_B_pod or search Brothers Breaking Bread Podcast. We are the Brothers Breaking Bread on Facebook, and our email is brothersbreakingbreadpod@gmail.com. Further descriptions are in the show notes. Like, follow, friend, do all that good stuff, and please never forget to break bread with your brothers.
How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up? How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up? How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Brothers Breaking Bread Podcast in the house. Hey.
We're having a little hot back. It'll be good.
Yeah, let's make it happen. Let's not just talk about it.
This is a beautiful thing, man. Just all this blackness, and we all just getting together, we playing dominoes, we eating, we drinking.
And, food is always just the extra, man.
They deprive these people of their basic human rights, and we call ourselves Americans. We're supposed to be above all this.
They'll fake the crisis. They'll make it seem way out of proportion.
We brothers, we breaking bread.
How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up?
Trying to hold it all together, man. Life is moving fast right now, man. So it's good to have everybody come through.
I love that, man. I love it a lot. More than I could say to you guys.
Shirt on first. You did by intentionally ignoring what Black Lives Matter would actually mean if it was applied.
And it's people like this that are exactly the reason why I say what I say in the way that I say it. I'm about to ether your shit. Now rewind. Let's run this shit back point by point.
It wasn't Kanye West that put the White Lives Matter t-shirt on first. You did by intentionally ignoring what Black Lives Matter would actually mean if it was applied.
The simultaneous gall and irony of somebody who's on a network that is literally funded by fossil fuel billionaires to push a conservative worldview telling us that we deliberately ignore what BLM would mean is fucking crazy to me. Two, the simultaneous gall and irony of you telling the black community, look what you made me do, when both you and Kanye West are incredibly wealthy and could be educated on these topics if you gave a fuck, is crazy to me. Three, the fact that you don't fucking realize that you saying black people are ignoring the issues in the community, thus you had to put on the White Lives Matter shirt, is implicitly suggesting that White Lives Matter is antithetical to Black Lives Matter, is fucking crazy to me. Meaning the whole shit about ALM and, oh, don't forget about white people because we go through shit too, was literally just all bullshit according to your logic. Don't you have some media training? How did y'all watch that footage back and not realize that you just contradicted the fuck out of yourself? And four, we'll get to the discussion about what Black Lives Matter would actually mean in a minute after I let you get up real quick.
It would mean taking a look at the real problem that...
We not letting that bitch off the hook. Fuck her.
No, you can't get off the ropes.
Not at all.
Go the rope.
Not at all. Hey, good evening, good morning, whatever time you listen to this. It is the brothers
Yo,
that break bread.
yo, actually breaking bread.
Yes, indeed. And we might get an opportunity to break bread pretty soon, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man.
Yes, sir.
Headed that way next weekend, man. So it's old stomping grounds, man. It's exciting, man. They've been back in since 2005, bro. So
Yeah, man.
it's been a long time coming.
It's been a long time coming. A change gon' come.
Yeah, man. What's good with you though?
Oh man, we good. So out there in the listenership, we got just me and AC holding it down for the pod. Ada was in here earlier. She popped in, she popped out. I don't know if she's gonna pop back in. We'll see. Some other folks appear to be busy. Our normal host, Donnie Bosco, is watching the babies play a little football. So, hopefully he'll pop in if he gets a chance. I think he's out with his mom too, though, so that might keep him out. So we're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna keep it rolling.
Gonna rock with it. Rock with it.
Absolutely. So, Slim, what you got going on?
Not much, man. Like I said, winding down, getting ready to take a much needed release vacation, mini vacation out to KC, hang out, see my guys who I haven't seen in years, man, and just stretch my legs a little bit, man. So that's it's kind of exciting. I don't do too much moving around, so when I get to move around, it's exciting, bro.
So it's been since 2005 since you've been here?
I mean, since I've been to, let me say Columbia.
Okay.
Say Columbia. It's the last time I was in Kansas City was, probably 17, maybe 17, 18.
I was about to say you married a Kansas City woman, didn't you?
Yeah. So I've been back to KC. I have not been back to Columbia where I went to school, to the alma mater, since 2005.
Yeah, that's funny. You married a Kansas City woman, and you back in Houston, divorced. I married a Houston woman, and I'm in Kansas City, divorced. We just gonna have to meet up in Mizzou, man.
Nigga, the podcast is a natural 360 circle.
Yes, it is. To completion.
Completion, bro. Straight up, just like that.
Yes, indeed.
That's crazy, bro.
So, on my end, a lot going on this week, man. A lot going on this week. It's a crazy week. Crazy.
Yeah, man. Okay, I know you had the babies.
Yes, let me start with the good shit.
Right?
Let me start with the good shit. Yes, the babies are in town. So we missed recording last week. I had to travel down to Oklahoma to pick them up and bring them into Kansas City. So we had a good weekend, man. They went to Worlds of Fun. They had a little Halloween haunt going on. So They enjoyed that. They were a little nervous with these people jumping out at them trying to scare them and stuff, but they did okay. They were talking about they want to go to the haunted houses, and they couldn't handle it at Worlds of Fun. I was like, y'all are not ready for the haunted houses.
Right. I don't want no parts of that.
I don't want no parts of the haunted houses.
Padawan.
No. Get your game up a little bit. But so I had them for that. We went to the pumpkin patch. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Carved some jack-o'-lanterns. I got some pumpkins right here on the table that we bought that I didn't necessarily need, but you had to get them because the kids wanted them.
You can't leave the pumpkin patch without buying a pumpkin, bro.
Well, we bought 5. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want but one. We had 5. You know what I'm saying? So two of them were little albino pumpkins that the kids painted. So that was kind of cool.
Okay.
We made jack-o'-lantern out of one. Had the Cheshire Cat face on it. You know what I'm saying? So that was an experience that I had with the older one when she was a kid. We would have Halloweens up here, and I would cut jack-o'-lanterns and that type of thing. The younger one, she was around. We were doing Halloweens probably when she was like 6, but we haven't had a chance to do it in a while. Due to their schedules. And so it was kind of good to, cut a jack-o'-lantern with her, you know what I'm saying, and build those memories, you know what I mean? So she claimed that was her favorite part of the weekend, you know what I mean?
Right.
So that's the good that happened. Source of my side-eye.
Oh, I need it. Let me hear it.
I don't know. I went viral this week. I got a virus.
You went viral?
I don't know, some sort of disease or something. I don't know. The kids were like, "Oh, Miss Jefferson, you went viral. You can be an influencer now." And I'm like, "I've been an influencer."
Right. Fucking social media to be an influencer.
I was an influencer. So I put a post out. It got about 1,700 shares this week, and it was for the worst fucking reason. My alma mater the school I've worked at for over 20 years, the high school I graduated from, is closing. It's been announced that it will be closing. So, as probably the the foremost historian on the school, I've touched people at Central ever since 1992, as a student, as a coach, as a teacher, And so when I post something about Central, a lot of eyes get on it. And so something as grave as closing of the building definitely, took a life of its own. And so for the last 2 days, it's been circulating around the internet. It's not official, even though I said that in that post because that's what I understood it to be at the time. There's a vote coming up in December where the board will have to approve the plan. So there's still time to make some adjustments to that. But it was.
You think they're going to try to? Try to save it?
Let me say this to you, man. I think that people made decisions, and I think they made decisions a long time ago, and then I think they came up with data to back up the decision they made. Central is the oldest school west of the Mississippi. It's the school that Walt Disney went to. It may not be the same building, you know what I'm saying, but it's the same institute,
right?
You know what I'm saying. It is the school that you want to go far enough back. Casey Stengel was the manager for the Yankees for a shit ton of the World Championships. May have been the best Yankee manager ever. He graduated from Central, played baseball there. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, there's a long history. Like, I'm the track coach. The first track and field state championship in the state of Missouri was won by us. The second one was won by us. And then there was a string in the 60s to the 70s where we won 8, which is still the record of consecutive state championships in track and field. We had legendary basketball coaches that came from there. You know what I'm saying? Jack Bush is a name that's well known in our community,
Jack Bush hired me.
Oh, Jack Bush Jr. hired you?
Jack Bush Jr.
Yeah, so his dad was the basketball coach at our school forever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jack Bush Jr., I worked with him a couple of years. He gives me a call every once in a while.
Yeah. He hired me at Lincoln.
Yeah, because he was, about that time he was down there coaching them. So he came back and coached football for us for a couple of years, or 1 year, about 5 or 6 years ago. But yeah, his dad was a legendary basketball coach. You know what I'm saying? And so, I don't know, I kind of maybe thought of myself as being the next Jack Bush, but of track, And
you got what, 5, 7, 8 rings, 8 championships?
Well, conference championships, I can't count that high. You know what I'm saying? Conference championships between boys and girls cross country, boys and girls track, and then a season of girls basketball. I've got over 20.
See?
I've got over 20, like 20, more like 21, 22, 23, somewhere in there. I got 2 plaques that are still due to me. I need to get the ones from last year. I need to make sure they go get my plaques from last year, motherfuckers. You know what I'm
saying? See? You talking about all these other coaches in great lore, and you are in the middle of your lore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You still build it.
Yeah, but I'm not done with what I want to do, and so what I've wanted to do is become a Hall of Fame level coach, and I have a little bit of a head start on that. Like, I've won those conference championships, but at the state level, I got a 3rd place trophy. I was assistant coach on one at one state, and another one to finish 3rd. but I was hopeful to get a few more of those for myself. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
What's happened is there's always bullshit that's happening that is way above my head, but it affects me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so,
in the world.
Yeah. And so, you know, where we were like, you know, one of the biggest schools in the state when you know, high school sports began, the numbers have faded over time. And so they have decided that it's time to consolidate. And they've done this around us a lot. And what is really surprising to me and a lot of people in my community, if you find yourself on the Facebook page and happen to see it, is that our building is one of the newest buildings in the district. It's one of the 2 newest buildings. It broke ground in like 1990 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the only one that might be newer is Paseo, which probably broke ground right after that, you know. And so they're closing it in favor of buildings that were built in like the 1920s. And I just really don't get it. There's some politics involved, and I understand that we have a reputation of being the school. We're in the urban core, and so we serve a population that is not easy to serve. You know what I'm saying? And so you could find stats to say they're not doing their job, but I mean, shit, look where we come from. You know, it's like Tupac said about the roads that grew in the concrete.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't sit here and talk about how the leaves are wilted, or you know what I'm saying, some thorns are broken, or da-da-da. You know, a fucking rose grew out the concrete.
Right. Exactly.
We are growing
what's
roses.
Supposed to happen?
Yeah, we growing roses in the concrete, and you sit here worry about, you know what I'm saying, how they smell.
Right. This shit was not supposed to happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Pay attention to and marvel at what we've created.
Yeah, man. So they're going to consolidate our school with another school, and that's pretty depressing. It's a school that has its own history. You know what I'm saying? I think their history pales in comparison to ours. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think our building is newer than ours, but I understand reasons why you want to keep that one open too. There's no real winners, you know. I think it's a effed up situation all around. What's happened is the charter school system has been put in place strictly in Kansas City and St. Louis, not in the suburbs, not in the rural communities, you know what I'm saying, the small municipalities, just in the urban core, and really to fuck up our district. You know what I'm saying?
So you think it's like to break them up and
yeah,
kind of bust the kids out and you know, I guess kind of like we were, like bust a different school, like bust away from their neighborhoods and bust into different schools. Is that going to happen to them?
So that's why it came in. Let's give a quick little history on the Kansas City public school system. When I was in school, we were under a desegregation case. Okay, something that was related to Brown versus Board. So Brown versus Board got rid of de facto segregation. I'm sorry, the de jure segregation by law. And so Central High School was an all-white school. It integrated. It caused white flight. And so it was still segregated because even though black people came to what was previously an all-white school, now it's an all-black school. And it's not just Central, several other schools that were in the district, you know what I'm saying? And all the white people moved out to the suburbs. And so what they try to do when I was in school is bring people back into the school district by, you know what I'm saying, infusing money into it. So they took taxpayer dollars and built new schools. So like I said, my school and Paseo were brand spanking new. Several, you know, middle schools, elementary schools are also built. And everything had a magnet. So my school was the school of athletes. It was classical Greek background, and also was Computers Unlimited back when computers were still, you know, relatively, obscure. We had a big allotment of them to kind of train people to go into IT. To say it was a school of the arts, my sister went there, and so it was like it was like fame. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Lincoln is the school that was the college preparatory academy. Still it is. And then there were several other schools that had their own little, unique signature that would draw people into them like a magnet. But what happened is folks didn't like, folks in the county didn't like their tax dollars going to, fund urban schools. It got a few white people into the school district, but not enough. So basically, they ended that court case, and the money dried up. And so then we became a situation where we became neighborhood schools, and the numbers dropped, and we became unaccredited. And so that set up a situation where, okay, how are we gonna fix it? Well, we got Republicans who run the state. The Republicans basically said we're going to, small government. We're gonna set up a competition, individual choice. What Republicans are known for. And they said we're going to bring in charter schools. So now you got to compete to be, to get the kids. And so the dollars that are attached to those kids are going out somewhere else. And so a district that's already having struggles is now getting less money and falling further behind. Well, we spent a long time struggling. We got to the point where we got full accreditation last year. And now the charter schools don't have a reason to exist because now the school district is solvent, but you got a lot of people who have invested themselves in putting their kids in charter schools, my family included. My daughters went to a French immersion school while they were here, and they go to a charter school in Texas, you know what I'm saying? And so the reason for the charter no longer exists now because we have, met the goal. We've gained full accreditation, but they're not going to close these schools down because they have a constituency. So what do? They move the goalposts, And so what they've decided is now municipalities that have maybe 30,000 people can have charter schools now. They're not going to put charter schools in so many small towns, you know what I'm saying? Or medium-sized towns, you know what I'm saying? The only ones that got them are in the black community. And so it has carved up what was once a great legacy. And so we've made improvements, but, I guess they've decided that to be more fiscally responsible, to give a better, experience to the youth that are coming through, we need to move from, when I was in school, there was like 10 schools open. And they'd already closed one, so there was like 11 open when I was a newborn, I think we're down to 6 high schools now, and they're trying to get it down to 4. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. I mean, my thing is, it's you guys build a community, and once you build a community, that normally happens, because I know that happened to us. That's why I was asking, are they going to get bust out? Are they going to get spread out? Are they going to get taken away? Because I know if all those kids stay together and come up together, they can build their own legacy there.
Yeah.
And that sounds like what you guys have done and what you guys did, and breaking it up like that. Like I'm jealous and envious of the fact that, the kids that you work with actually got an opportunity to do that. Because I could only imagine if every kid that, lived within 2 miles of me all went to the same school, how amazing that would have been. So, yeah, man, I get it, man. I know why, it's so disheartening for that to actually, come to fruition. You know what I'm saying?
If they get to where they need to be, it might be a good situation. I'm not against consolidation. I just think they consolidated and they closed one of the newer schools because it has a reputation of being, quote unquote, I guess the thug school or whatever. Thugs need to go to school too.
Yep.
So I don't know. It's been stated in our by our administration before, and I don't know. Administration might have been blowing smoke up our ass, but I think it's true that, and I've seen evidence of it, that our staff you could take out of our building and put them in the suburbs, and they would do just fine. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You take that same staff out of suburbs and put them in our building, they shit their pants. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so
that's usually the case.
Yeah. So I mean, I know several people who left from our district on elsewhere and thrived. You know what I'm saying? I know people who have come into our district from elsewhere and they were out of there as quick as they could. You know.
Right.
And so I don't know.
It's something to say about being tested, bro.
Yeah, man.
It's something to say about that. Being put into the fire.
Yeah. So like I was saying, I want to continue to coach. I want to coach at a high level. And there have been a lot of things swirling around that have been out of my control that have prevented me from doing what I want to do. And so I've got some decisions to make. And here's the thing. I hate to see my school go. But I kind of feel a little bit like a burden is being lifted.
How so?
I could never have pulled myself away from that environment. I would have gone down with the ship. I'm going down with the ship.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Yeah, I know you are.
You know,
and I can understand why you are, because you helped build the ship.
Yeah. It's my ship. I grew up on that ship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I became a man on that ship.
Yeah. All right.
And so
makes sense.
I feel like the steward of the track program. But I mean, in the history classroom, self-studies classroom as well, teaching government, that type of thing, I feel responsible there too. If I don't teach them, who will? You know, that type of thing. So that's where it is, man. That's where it is. I'm a bit of a free agent.
That's what's up, man. Well, we know what's gonna happen, man. Like I said, you have done the work. You know what I'm saying? You put in the time. You've shown accomplishments, and you're gonna continue to have those same accomplishments, man. So, I mean, I know it's a sad chapter, but you know, you got to grow, so, and move on. So, I know you're gonna move on to some bigger things, man. Bigger things, man. That Hall of Fame is in the future, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. I'm speaking it. It's gonna happen, bro.
I appreciate that. You know, there's other things. You know, if I'm a free agent, my kids live in Texas. I don't know. So I got some praying to do. You know, I got some introspection that needs to be done. So that's what it is. Let's listen a little bit more to my guy Ether, Candice Owens, and Yay.
Which is our culture, a celebration of perversity pitched to us as if it's diversity. It's not. It is not diversity that we are celebrating. It is perversity.
You said the same thing twice, and both times it meant less than nothing. One, where does culture come from, Candice? Tell me where. If you're trying to make the argument that black people are just genetically predisposed to have a bad culture, please do, and you'll get blown the fuck out of the water. But if I'm going to be charitable to you and assume you're not making that argument, you have to acknowledge that culture comes from environment. And I wonder if there's a connection between the environment in which black people in America were placed in and the outcomes in their culture and socioeconomic status. See, the difference with me is I don't just say shit, I back it up. Here's a study on racism and the effects of the mental health of black people, reviewing the evidence that points to a myriad of ways that racism can have a negative impact on black people. Oh, but it gets worse for you. Let's run back what you just showed in your video.
It would mean taking a look at the real problem that is happening, which is our culture.
Please tell me how the fuck a BLM protest is the real problem happening in the black community. And then you showed Cardi B as if to say that hip-hop and the culture around that is the actual problem in the black community. And now I'm about to show you fundamentally why that's fucking stupid. This goes for anyone out there who believes this too. Here's a study on gang violence in LA, significantly linking proportion of employment and per capita income to gang-related activity. Or we can look at socioeconomic status as a fundamental cause of street criminality. And the studies can keep coming because this is not not up for fucking debate. The very basis of some of these rap songs that you guys love to talk about are coming from the environment in which black people were placed in and their socioeconomic status. Rap in itself did not stem from the happy-go-lucky circumstances of black people in America. So telling rappers to shut up about their experiences still does not fix the fucking system. And before you say black fatherlessness, take a gander at where they're going. Blaming an outcome for the wrong of a system is as stupid as blaming dishes for not being washed properly and not the dishwasher. And this
blaming the outcome
that was a bar.
for the results of the system. I feel that shit right now, bro. I so fucking feel that right now in the context of what we've been talking about.
I know, right? I know.
They blaming us for being dishes that are dirty. Blame the fucking washing machine, man.
Right. Blame the motherfuckers who's supposed to watch them.
Well, it's been a lot of decisions made above my head that I ain't had nothing to do with that fucked up my day on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I feel it.
What my man speak to that you that you felt?
Like for me, man, I am glad that there are young voices out there like this dude, man, who continuously will, because there's a lot of people who blindly listen to people like Candice Owens and believe what she's saying or take it at face value as facts. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, there's no research, there's no accreditation behind what she's saying. She's just talking. She's just a figurehead, out here talking and people not doing the research. I think we just don't give the kids enough credit, like give the younger generation enough credit, man, because a lot of them, like this cat, are on top of that shit, man. So I love it every time he makes a video, man, because everything he speaks to with her, the culture piece. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, Candice? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, the fact that hip-hop became a worldwide phenomenon is because of the environment it was born out of, which is an environment of struggle. The fucking blues.
Making something out of nothing. The world relates to that.
The blues is, I guess you wouldn't say they're the same thing, but it's built in the same culture. You know what I'm saying? Just at a different time period. I mean,
all of our music is built that way, though, right, bro? Like
yeah.
all of our music is birthed from some form of that. You know what I'm saying? And from some form of that, it's taken and commercialized, right?
Yeah. And so
and it's monetized.
Yeah, and so sitting here and so when the music changes, because the culture has changed. If the music has become about, I guess sexual promiscuity, maybe people have gotten away from their struggle, maybe people are doing better, they got time to, kick it or whatever. But you know what? We're not the only music that does that either. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Promiscuity been in music forever,
All that Smells Like Teen Spirit and all that type shit. Come on, man.
All that shit, man.
All that shit. So, I mean, it's different. Like, I seen a meme a while back. It's like the time you and I grew up, everybody on a rap record was a drug dealer.
Mm-hmm.
Now, everybody on a rap record is a drug user.
A drug user.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the times have changed, man. So, I mean, things continue to change and people continue to change, but the culture is not set by what the hell she's talking about.
Yeah, I mean, she ain't talking about nothing anyway. She full of shit,
Well, why we talked about her, like, she been quiet all year. Why now?
She's feeling left out, man. She wasn't in limelight. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's Kanye, bro. I think Kanye got her up to some tricks, man. I don't know what it is, but wasn't she born out of the spirit of Kanye? Because didn't Kanye kind of promote her and say, she's a free thinker. She's
our
somebody
first episode where we learned who she was she had her hand up his ass, moving his mouth at the TMZ interview.
Okay. So she was behind that whole slavery was a choice shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's when we figured it out. This is back in the days of the Nicaraguan podcast. So we was watching that whole slavery is a choice thing, and we was like, damn, Kanye fucking up, man. This ain't the old Ye. You know what I'm saying? But we was like, who the fuck is this bitch? You know what I'm saying? And so we did a deep dive and we figured it out. We was like, oh, I see what's going on. I see what's going on. So we did the research and we was like, nah, fuck this bitch. And then when we figured that shit out, other people started to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So I really want to say we was like one of the first ones on that.
From him.
Say what?
I said I never knew where she came from. I just knew she came from. She spawned from him some kind of way.
Yeah, so she was there then, and so I don't know how she got connected with him. You know what I'm saying? So there might have been some sort of, groundswell in the Republican background before that. And she's definitely taken off since then. But after he basically distanced himself from her because she started making T-shirts that he didn't agree with the design, I guess. but it was in her Brexit. Because Brexit was going on at the time where Britain was exiting the European Union. Yeah. She wanted to do Brexit, was black people exiting the democratic slave plantation, as they put it.
Okay, I remember that shit. I remember that bullshit. Okay.
And so she was doing that movement. He kind of distanced himself from her, but apparently they have orbited back to each other. And
apparently, wow.
And neither of them know what the fuck they talking about. Because this
another level of trollery, dog.
This false equivalence of Black Lives Matter infers that white lives don't. We don't need a fucking reminder that white lives matter. We know that white lives matter. They've always mattered.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a way it makes me feel when he talked, like when you use the fact to say that white lives matter to make it seem like it's equal to what you're saying. Like, I can't explain how it's a, what's the word I want? Like, it's offensive, bro. Like, the way that they're using it. You know what I'm saying? To, like, make white folks feel guilty. I can't explain how I'm trying to say it right now.
First and foremost, like, that shit was 2 years ago. Like, nobody's really on that right now.
Right.
Like you stirred up shit that really was, the sleeper dogs were lying. And you just want to come stir up the bullshit. I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna come here with White Lives Matter, and that's not the first White Lives Matter T-shirt. You know what I'm saying? We didn't seen it before, but now we've seen it on Kanye. We've seen Kanye had the fucking hat on, so now he got the shirt.
Bro, did you see him on the interview with Tucker Carlson, bro?
No, he did an interview with Tucker Carlson.
Oh my God, it's the what nigga. This nigga is on Tucker Carlson. He's got a chain on, and the chain inside. You gotta look this shit up. And I'm mad I didn't think of this shit in the pregame. You gotta look this shit up. He got a chain on, and inside the chain, there's an emblem, and inside the emblem, there's a picture of a dead fetus, bro. It is the he done pushed all his chips on the table. He like fuck everything.
I don't know, man. He had a dead fetus in a medallion.
like a necklace, a medallion, or something around his neck on Tucker Carlson, bro. Doing a live interview with Tucker Carlson. Like, dude just went all the way off the rails.
I mean, I don't know. I don't have a problem with people being pro-life. I don't have a problem with that.
You got to be that way in all cases, though.
I understand.
It's not just about a baby. Not just about the baby.
We're going to have that conversation.
You pro-life, right?
No, I don't think pro-life means pro-life. I think for Republicans, pro-life means, so if you're talking about like the death penalty, I assume, right?
Well, I'm talking about not just the death penalty. I'm talking about, the life of women, like just everything in general, pro-life.
What do you? I don't know. Yeah, I think that water's really muddy. That water's really muddy. But like, I think if you're gonna be pro-life, I think that you need to worry about the baby as soon as they're born too.
That too.
I feel like, you know what I'm saying, if you're gonna be pro-life, okay, well, let's get things in place to make sure that we support life once it's been born. Let's not be attacking people for, being on WIC or whatever, especially when most fucking welfare recipients are white. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's stop people calling black people welfare queens and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, quit the stereotyping for sure.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't have a problem with him being pro-life, but that nigga be weird with shit. So I got it pulled up. Let me see. We got several clips here. We no longer want trauma drunk, whatever that is. Kanye on Planned Parenthood. What you want to hear?
Go ahead and give him his ring. We were just talking about the whole abortion situation, so give him the Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood. Let's see what that do.
Planned Parenthood was made by Margaret Sanger, a known eugenics with the KKK, to control the Jew population. When I say Jew, I mean the 12 lost tribes of Judah, the blood of Christ, who the people known as the race black really are. This is who our people are, the blood of Christ. This, as a Christian, is my belief, and I believe that if we saw ourselves as more planned.
Yeah.
I don't know where he's at, man. One minute he is doing, Soul Sunday. The next minute he's smoking weed and drinking with Nori on Drink Champs. The next minute he wearing medallions.
Did he drink on Drink Champs?
Huh?
Did he drink on Drink Champs?
He smoked.
Okay.
For sure.
I don't know. I don't think that smoking is antithetical to Christianity either.
Well, it may not be, but then he went and did Soul Sunday the next day. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. You put the video up in the chat group of the J. Cole song.
I was gonna ask you about that, man. What did you think about that video?
It was the beat was
I hadn't heard that shit in a while.
No, that was Joey Badass, wasn't it?
That beat, yeah, the original beat is Joey.
Yeah.
But the J. Cole over it, man, I hadn't heard that song in a minute, man. That was before Forest Hills Drive came out. That was like the promo for Forest Hills Drive.
Oh, word, no, I didn't hear nothing, but yeah, I mean, it spoke to what is facts. Like Kanye, it didn't name Kanye, but it basically talked about how Kanye is going off the rails, and we were just watching this dude deteriorate. And
in front of our face.
In front of our face, and we're here with like popcorn, just kind of just enjoying the show. I see him struggling to find his faith. And I think he has been in circles where they believe that the faith requires him to be on a crusade for the unborn. I'm not 100% against it. And the story he just told about the Margaret Sanger, that's not a new story. He's definitely been running in circles where they've been telling us. He's been listening to the Candice Owens of the world. Mm-hmm. And he's drinking that Kool-Aid. And, talk about the blood.
I don't know. You think he's gonna run for president again, though? Like on some more serious shit. Last time was a fucking facade and it was crazy.
I think he was completely serious, bro. I think he was completely serious. I don't think that was a facade. I think he meant that shit.
Think he gonna do it again?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think I think that's what he's setting up for. To be honest with you,
I don't doubt.
I think he's setting up to make a real run.
Dude has a huge ego. He thinks he could do that shit. But he tried to make a real run last time, and he embarrassed himself on the stage, and he's like, "Let me get the fuck out of here." But it was wild. It was wild, but he was serious as fuck. He was inviting motherfuckers up on the stage to talk with him. I was like, "What are you doing?"
That motherfucker went completely off the rails.
He might be. Speaking of motherfuckers off the rails and ended up drunk in the Kool-Aid, what about this nigga Herschel Walker, man?
Go play any audio from that nigga. I know it's got to be entertaining.
So we really haven't previewed much of this, but I think right before the show, I think there was a debate between Herschel Walker and Rapheal Warnock. And if you put Rapheal Warnock in front of Herschel Walker and Herschel Walker in front of Rapheal Warnock and just listen to them talk, I don't know, bro.
Go for it.
Yeah, so here we go. Let's check and see what it is.
Now, on abortion, I'm a Christian. I believe in life. And I tell people this, Georgia is a state that respects life, and I'll be a senator that protects life.
I think that the women of this country and the women of this state woke up one summer morning and a core protection that they've known for 50 years was taken from them by an extremist Supreme Court. You can support police officers, as I've done, through the COPS program, through the Invest to Protect program, while at the same time holding police officers, like all professions, accountable.
What's important is protecting the border. What's important is protecting people on the street. What's important is getting this inflation down. Not what's going on there in Washington, talking about whether President Trump is guilty or not guilty. What I wanted to do is see due process, which is what I hope Senator Warnock and myself would love to see.
Really? Really? Really, my guy?
Like, I don't know, bro. Listen to this nigga in his broken English and think about them niggas putting this motherfucker in the Senate. It's just so. I don't know. I got a headache, man.
So I don't know. We haven't really talked about him and the whole abortion thing, man. What do you have you followed that a little bit?
No. Yeah, so this nigga had a whole. Ooh, that's what I should have looked up.
Have you followed some of it?
Yeah. So his somebody had basically said that he paid for her to have an abortion. He sent a $700 check and a get well card, and she kept the receipts.
Yeah, because this nigga said I seen him on an interview. And he's like, well, I sent all kinds of get well and things and stuff like that, and and it turned out, didn't it turn out to be that the chick or the lady, the woman who had the abortion, didn't she have a baby by him too?
I did not catch that.
I caught, man, don't quote me on that. I got to look it up in detail, but I believe the woman he claimed to not have an abortion with had another child by him.
Yeah, that's wild.
And she was like, I'm your son. I'm your son's mother. Like, you pay for me to have the abortion. What are you talking about?
I know that he has a son, and I'm not sure it's his only one, but he has a son that's Christian Walker. I'm sorry, not Christian Walker. But he has definitely been vocal. But more than that, he kind of projects the opposite image of what the Republican Party would want. He seems to be the type of person they would get a pitchfork for. You know what I'm saying? He appears to be, LGBTQ plus whatever. You know what I'm saying? Can't say that he is for certain, but that's what his voice gives the appearance of in his mannerisms. So you know, when he's got a son like that and he's running, that's already probably strike one for him in the candidacy in Georgia as running as a Republican. And then, you know, they were kind of looking at him like, man, you're not really coming to the campaign stops. So I think he came out to one or two, you know what I'm saying, just to kind of show support for his dad. But when he found out about the woman who had receipts about the abortions and how his dad been lying, he went off the reservation, bro. So
yeah, he lost it. He was like, come on, man. He's like, enough is enough.
Yes, let me see if I can't pull up something from young Christian Walker.
A bombshell in Georgia's Senate race. Republican candidate Herschel Walker, who supports a ban on abortions, is denying a Daily Beast report that he paid for a girlfriend to have an abortion more than a decade ago. ABC News has not been able to confirm the Daily Beast's reporting, but Walker's son thinks the reports are true. And here's just some of what he said on Twitter in response.
I stayed silent as the atrocities committed against my mom were downplayed. I stayed silent when it came out that my father, Herschel Walker, had all these random kids across the country, none of whom he raised. And you know my favorite issue to talk about is father absence. Surprise, because it affected me. The abortion card drops yesterday. It's literally his handwriting in the card. They say they have receipts, whatever. He gets on Twitter. He lies about it. Okay, I'm done. Done. Everything has been a lie.
For more on this, let's bring in ABC News political director Rick Klein and also SiriusXM host and ABC News contributor Mike Muse. Rick.
Let's not bring them fuckers in. Let's bring in AC.
I don't know, man. Christian Walker, that nigga hate his daddy, don't he?
I think there's a love-hate type of thing there because, I mean, I think he's been in his corner at times, but there's a level of resentment there. And, you know, they might be cool. They might be cool today, but that day.
Get to a point, though, bro, when you get to a point, like, that dude is at a point where, like, come on, man, enough is enough. He was, like, literally every word coming out of his mouth was like, fuck that shit. Y'all need to stop. Stop.
Yeah, I mean, it's completely hypocritical. We see him on the stage in the debate talking about, you know, he's a pro-life person, but he's paid for an abortion personally of his own kid.
Right. And he like, and the fact that he, like, that's how deep, you know, this shit goes, though, is because that nigga can get up there and sit there and do a bold-faced lie. You see the lie in his eyes. You see it coming out of his mouth, and they still don't fucking care.
Don't care.
And that's that shit that got Trump elected. That's why that shit is scary. They see the lie coming out of his mouth, and they don't fucking care.
Because they've been rewarded with it. Because they have watched the lie. They said, we can swallow these lies. We're going to look the other way because they're going to get what they want, which is a unbalanced Supreme Court. And that Supreme Court is going to do their bidding. Because, yeah, they overturned abortion, but this session, they coming for it all, man. They coming for affirmative action. You know what I'm saying? They coming for a shit ton of things that they wanted to have overturned, and they're not going by stare decisis. You know what I'm saying? Let the case stand. Go by the wisdom of previous courts. They're like, nah, we're going with our agenda. It's like Warnock said, it's a radical court.
Yeah, it's not even going to be close. And the fact that they can get the abortion law passed, everything is on the table now. Like, literally anything is on the table now.
Yeah. So I mean, they've stated this is what we're coming for. We're coming for affirmative action. So.
But what's next after that? What's after that? What are they coming for after that?
You know, I there was a list that Clarence Thomas read off. I don't remember what's in it though, but I mean, it was all just like, yo.
Of course, they had that nigga read it off.
It is Clarence Thomas's, the Kanye's, the Candice Owens, and the Herschel Walkers. They represent a small portion of our population in the black community. It's ridiculous how much of a microphone they have.
Well, it's because of the platform that they have and how they were able to get to that platform, and then who they have backing them on that platform. That's what really fucking sucks.
Well, they're all fucking puppets on marionette strings, man. Like you can listen to what Kanye said, man. Kanye don't know what the fuck he talking about.
Not at all. He's asking Tucker Carlson questions.
Yeah, he's talking about Jesus' blood and 12 tribes and black people, the real Jews. And I'm like, whose story are you telling, bro?
He don't know.
He doesn't
like that
know.
Old drunk uncle at a party. He's confused. He got two different stories and he confusing shit off.
He confusing himself. He don't know if he telling the Hebrew Israelite story or if he telling, you know what I'm saying, the white man story. Like, he don't know what story he telling, bro.
You can see it in his eyes, too. He just confused as fuck.
Yeah, man. But they had, I mean, and I understand these people have been successful in other, well, we know that Kanye's been successful in music and fashion. We know that Herschel Walker had success in football. You know what I'm saying?
I think as they gained the trust of a massive amount of Caucasian people.
Well, yeah, they moved themselves up economically into a stratosphere where there was nothing but white people. And then those were the conversations they had. And then there weren't people around them to keep them, you know what I'm saying, feet on the ground.
So you would say that about Clarence Thomas, too?
I have to.
How would you say his? How would you say his was that way? I mean,
well, look at his wife.
That way?
Look at his wife.
True.
I mean, he knows who his benefactors were. He was put in by HW.
True.
There was the Anita Hill scandal, so he was at least at one point attracted to black women. Even though he creepy ass didn't know how to talk to him. You know what I'm saying?
That nigga does look like a creep, don't he?
Well, I think you remember the whole pubic hair on the coke can.
Yep.
All that bullshit, man. He's fucking creep. And so he's obviously got his wife in his ear, who's white. And you sit around white men in the fucking court all damn day. I don't know, bro. He seems like a victim of the same thing, man. Gotten so high up that all they hear is white people, and they don't associate with people who gonna tell them what it really is. You know what I'm saying? They don't keep grounded.
And then you got motherfuckers like Candice Owens who just happen to hop in the car.
Oh yeah, she clout chasing.
Yeah,
she clout chasing. And so I don't know. That's some serious cooning, bro. I
don't know. You got. I don't know. You got a. Is Kanye a nominee for Cooning?
We have definitely, I think, explored that before. What's her name? Candice is the queen, bro. She a 2-time champ, I think, at least.
Yeah, I see. She coming up strong this year. At the end of the year, she making a run. She making a push.
She got her little kick at the end.
She got a push. I still don't think she's gonna beat out Herschel, but.
Ooh, Herschel's out here leading the pack, bro. Yeah, I don't know.
He is leading the pack.
Clarence nigga, bro. Hold up. Clarence overturned the fucking 50-year decision, man.
He did, but Herschel got a lot more game film.
Herschel has more game film.
More game film, man.
But he pressing buttons from the top chair though, man.
You're right. You're right. Clarence is a despicable motherfucker, man. So I mean, you can't go wrong. I mean, he been in the game so long, he ain't got to do much to make an impact.
Yeah, that's got to be the two finalists right there. I think we said that at the midterm episode. Those two have got to be the finalists for Cooning of the Year, man.
Yeah, we said somebody would make a push though, and you see Candice stepping out of the gate because niggas was like, "Where's Candice?" And
but Ye coming with it too.
That's what I'm saying. Ye is coming strong these last couple months, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't know he was doing the preview of the Cooning of the Year award. Right?
I don't know. It just popped up.
We just went down this fucking rabbit hole, bro. He's just like, ooh, I know some more cool shit. Let me look at this. Let me go Google this coonery. I don't know. I got some on these PPP loans. We want to talk about that. That was a Roger story.
Let's go with it.
All right. As COVID shuts down, let me see what the title was. Virtually all PPP loans have been forgiven with limited scrutiny, which kind of pissed me the fuck off. As COVID-19 shuts down, threatened businesses back in 2020, the U.S. government began issuing nearly $800 billion in potentially forgivable Paycheck Protection Program loans. The program was designed to help small businesses keep workers employed during the uncertain early days of the pandemic. More than 2 years later, the overwhelming majority of these loans have transformed into government grants, as 91% have been either fully or partially forgiven, according to the NPR analysis of data released by the Small Business Administration on October 2nd. The SBA expects that figure to grow to nearly 100% as more forgiveness requests are processed this fall. That's despite claims that University of Texas researchers that about 1.4 million PPP loans show signs of possible fraud, like suspiciously high payrolls and multiple businesses listed at the same residential address. The SBA disputes these findings, but its own Inspector General has estimated that at least 70,000 loans were potentially fraudulent. Meanwhile, the SBA is closely scrutinizing just a tiny portion of the million of PPP loans for fraud and forgiveness eligibility. The SBA uses computer models to review all 11.4 million loans, according to Patrick Kelly, a senior official with the agency, but he says auditors have manually reviewed only about 215,000 loans, or roughly 2% of the total number issued.
So I wonder what the criteria is for someone who doesn't get forgiven. Because they said there's a few of them that aren't getting forgiven. What is that criteria for those that aren't getting forgiven? I think the criteria
for those people is you have to be black.
That's what I had. Like, okay, y'all forgiving PPP loans, but I think you said in the chat group, why is that different from a student loan? Why can't you forgive those?
Why is that different from a student loan?
Like, why is that different? I think that's more impactful. So why is that different?
And it would spur the fucking economy. Exactly. Like, if you want the economy to grow, take this fucking burden of debt on them that, you know what I'm saying, is crushing. I understand that, you know, people made a choice. And so their personal choice was to go get an education while somebody else didn't do it, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. Okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, if we're going to forgive these type of loans, why wouldn't we forgive those type of loans? And we're going to forgive those type of loans.
There's a difference in the two.
Yeah, there's no difference in them. They're money that were paid for a venture to improve something, you know? And so, give these people student loans, they have a little bit more money in their pocket. Guess what they're going to do with it? They're probably going to go spend it.
Go spend it.
Keynesian economics right there, man. You know?
More money you have, the more money you will spend. Just naturally. It's natural order of things.
Yeah, man. So I don't know. I was kind of pissed off about that. I'm like, if you're gonna forgive these PPP loans, but then the question is, I don't know. I don't have any evidence on it, but we have been hearing that people have been getting got for that shit.
Yeah, there's some people that have gotten got for it, and so with those people who are getting got, who are those people that are getting got, and what is that criteria that you have to meet to have your loans forgiven? Because Tom Brady and all those other people got their loans forgiven. So
because Tom Brady need that money. Yeah, because
you know what I'm saying.
Because I don't know what the fuck Tom Brady would have done without his PPP loan. Get the fuck out of here. You asked a question: whose loans still haven't been forgiven? About 1 million of the 11.4 million PPP loans remain unforgiven. The majority of these unforgiven loans are held by sole proprietors and independent contractors. One-person businesses specifically targeted by a later round of the program. Many work in the service jobs heavily impacted by COVID-19, such as barbers, janitors, and Uber drivers.
And those are the motherfuckers you should be forgiven.
Yeah, exactly. Let's come for the poor people. Come on, man. Barbers, bro, we know who those are. Come on, man.
Yep.
We know who
barbers, hairdressers.
Shit, the Uber drivers, that's fucking, Arabs and shit. Let me stop.
But fair enough, like to keep it a buck, keep it 100. Like, shit, they need that little money just for fucking wear and tear on their car. Being an Uber driver.
Hell yeah. They want to come from
like that bullshit.
Yeah, come from people who probably need that money the most. But we gonna leave Tom Brady alone.
This man got $375 million waiting on him the day he retired. Who the fuck does that? How did that happen, bro? You got $375 million waiting on you when you retire. And you probably already got like $200 million in the bank.
Well, that's why you need the PPP loan to bridge the gap until he retired, so he can go get in the booth and make that real money, man.
So he can get a cool meal, cool billion.
Bro, I don't know. The whole thing is just trash, man.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. It's some bullshit. Like, it's just really unfortunate how, like the alleviation of the middle class, all that shit. Like, you either need to be really rich or you need to have no money in order to, like, have some shit matter. You know what I'm saying? There's really no more middle class, bro.
Yeah. And again, I don't understand why we can forgive one set of loans and not the other. And I think it's all some conspiracy. But
well,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say not to forgive student loans and to forgive PPP loans and to forgive certain PPP loans. That just speaks to a bigger issue, man, a bigger agenda, but a rather fucked up agenda. That's what I will say. Like, that shit's just not cool, man.
You see an unseen hand at work?
I feel like it is some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? You got motherfuckers who can afford to pay, doing all kinds of shit, while motherfuckers are scraping to get by. You know what I'm saying? And they the main ones that get attacked. It's kind of like, the motherfuckers with money are fucking leeches.
Yeah.
Get your money from motherfuckers who ain't got it, and you just keep sucking them dry every chance you get.
Speaking of sucking them dry every chance you get, you saw pictures of Ashanti?
Great transition. Great transition. Nigga, I know why Herb Gotti was tripping on Drink Champs.
Bro, I'm scrolling through here like I cannot focus, man. Hold up. God, Ashanti is in a bathing suit. She's celebrating 42 years young.
I don't know, bro. She hit the gym or something. Cause damn.
Man, I might get locked in a room and dehydrate and never come back out, bro.
No, you gonna have to hydrate. That's all you need to do. You gotta hydrate.
Well, you ain't coming up for water?
You bring water in the room. Just,
I
got a gallon of water by the bed.
I ain't drinking nothing but milk. maybe lemonade.
42 or 43. That's the age bracket.
Well, speaking of 43, Mya.
I don't know who's winning.
Ashanti's winning, but Maya's right there.
She is right there, but yeah, she's winning.
We saw the Mya picture before we saw the Ashanti one, and she was getting 10s out of 10s too, bro.
No, facts.
Dude, I had such a crush on her back in college, man.
I don't know, but it's something about, and maybe it's just not all, but for the majority, if you go by the numbers, maybe it's just black women. It's like they age better. Like the aging process looks better as they get older. You know, once they hit a peak, a certain age, bro, between like 39 and like 52, 53, there's some special shit that happens right in there, bro.
Bro, Mya was like skinny back in the day, like paper thin, but now she can have some kids and she can got that little mom weight on her.
Yep. Yep.
But Ashanti, bro, goddamn, this is wild.
Yeah. I'd pause. I was like, wait a minute. Who?
I was like, see, now you done fucked up. Now I gotta go change my jeans.
Wait a minute. Hold on, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. No, this is wild, bro. I can't. We get here stuff. Oh, okay. You like I can't share my screen, bro.
I got my thing. I got it up.
Ooh, you got it up?
I got it up.
You think you got it up?
I got it up.
Ashanti got it up. Okay, I feel it, man. Oh, man.
I got it up.
Speaking of getting it up, this nigga Draymond Green want to put his dukes up.
This nigga's so trash.
Yeah.
So trash, man. What's your thought? I know I kind of voiced my opinion, over the group chat on it, man. I didn't really get your thoughts on it, man. What are your thoughts about what you saw with him?
That shit was a sucker punch, man.
Yeah.
Like plain and simple. Like I don't. So I was in practice when I first saw it. Most of my cross country team is basketball players, and so they had seen it. They showed it to me, and this nigga Draymond Green hit Jordan Poole like this nigga was a stranger, like he was an enemy.
Right.
Like I understand people getting shoving matches and a fight might break out. I get all that, but this nigga walked up to him, invaded his space, bumped him, and then when he gets pushed back because he initiated the contact, he put his full fucking force into that punch, man.
He dove at him.
Yeah, Jordan wasn't expecting that shit to get that real, man.
Man, you said the kids showed it to you. That's a good little thing right there. What they think about it? Because I really hadn't talked to no kids about what you're seeing and what they think about it when they're showing it to you. What they thought?
Well, my assistant's a basketball coach, and so he and I probably did most of the talking. I don't remember what the kids said. I think that they were of the opinion that it was wild. I don't remember them saying that. You know, I got to be careful sometimes when, like when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. My kids were like, "Yeah, I did that shit too." You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was talking about. Yeah, that's exactly why I asked you what they thought about that.
I didn't take the real time to You know what I'm saying? Think that because it's big. It's not as big as Will Smith shit.
Right.
Because that was in front of the whole world. You know what I'm saying? That was something that got leaked in practice. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't remember exactly what they said. I could probably piece together whatever I think they might have said. I don't remember exactly what they said. But I think I have heard from people, and I can't say it was these kids or whoever it was. I don't remember who it was, or maybe it was social media, or whatever. But they was like, Jordan should have protected himself. I feel like that was said. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean,
but
that is true.
Is it?
To a degree, that is true. Like,
that's supposed to be your teammate, bro.
It's my teammate, but it's also another person who talking crazy walking towards me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel that's my teammate, and we teammates in the whole nine, but you talking reckless right now, which I know he talked reckless on TV, so I know he talking reckless right now, the Jordan Poole walking towards him. So if you talking reckless walking towards me, you're not going to...
Bro, if we had on different jerseys and he's walking towards me like that, he should have been on guard.
I would have hit him first, bro. He put his chest on me like that, he getting hit first.
He got pushed. He got pushed.
Nah, get off. You're not getting pushed. You getting hit.
I hear it. That's supposed to be your teammate, bro. I don't know.
It is. I agree. It's supposed to be his teammate, and that's the thing. That's why that's why I could not. It would be hard for me to be teammates with somebody like that dude, man. It would be hard.
Yeah.
It would be very hard. And you was talking about it earlier with the whole thing with Steve Kerr standing by Draymond Green. How did that make you feel if you Jordan Poole?
I don't know how he can. I don't know how he can be by. I understand that he's won 4 championships with Draymond Green. I get that. I understand that Draymond Green is an integral part to those championships, and I understand the idea that if you want to get back to a championship performance, he has been a key ingredient. You don't want to lose that ingredient. But I'm like, how can you tell the rest of the organization, the people in there, that they're valued when you have somebody who is maliciously hitting people, trying to knock them out, wearing the same uniform?
I agree.
That were integral parts of the last championship you won.
I agree. But his antics, like, at what point as an organization do you, like, okay, he talks more reckless than anybody I really honestly have ever seen talk to referees. And then after that, like, one game, do you remember one game where he got kicked out, ejected, and this nigga went back to the hotel and did his podcast?
I don't doubt it.
I don't know if it was while the game was still going on, but he did his podcast.
And I know that the athlete today has got a lot more freedom than they've ever had. I mean, shit, we got a podcast too, and I got through talking about my work situation a little bit earlier. I don't know what to say. It's a whole new era in terms of, athletes having voices. But this nigga right here, I understand they've got this nigga in the Hall of Fame. And when Steph Curry was down and Clay was down and KD was down and traded, and this nigga had a chance to shine and show his Hall of Fame ability, that nigga's put him like 9 points a game, bro.
That's what he does, though. He's I honestly believe, and of course, you're an NBA basketball player. You have skills. Like, you're one of the more highly skilled people, at basketball in the world. I get that. You know what I'm saying? But for a guy like Draymond Green is a perfect example of the right person with the right place at the right time for a certain skill set. Mm-hmm. He's the right place at the right time with a certain skill set. Anywhere else, that dude's PJ Tucker, at best.
And PJ Tucker is valuable.
Draymond Green would be valuable. Would he be an integral part of a championship team somewhere else? I can't say that. I say he fit in where he fit in.
I am curious. PJ Tucker has been bouncing around, and he's been valuable wherever he goes, and he's put teams in championship position. I am curious what Draymond would do in other places, because PJ Tucker is also, from what I can tell, a good teammate.
He is, very much so. That's a huge factor. You have, but to be a guy like that, you kind of have to be. You know what I'm saying? He's this glue guy.
Is Draymond Green a good teammate? Is Draymond Green a good teammate?
No, I don't think. You know, everybody says Draymond is a glue guy. I don't think the glue is number 30.
Hell yeah.
That's the glue.
And he's the most affable superstar probably in the history of sports. Because he wasn't that dude, you know, his whole life. You know what I'm saying? He went unrecruited out of college, you know what I'm saying? Or out of high school.
Yep.
Yeah, I know he was around NBA games because his dad was a player, you know what I'm saying? But he wasn't people that were checking for immediately. He had to play his way into the position he was in. He was lottery, but he wasn't, you know what I'm saying?
Well, he played himself into that lottery because you didn't know about him until you knew about it.
No, he definitely played himself into the lottery, but he wasn't at the top of the lottery though.
No.
And now he's on people's Mount Rushmore. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah, that kid's special, man.
And he's special, but he's also welcoming to people. Mm-hmm. And, you know, you look at Jordan Clarkson. Jordan Clarkson is basically trying to be the next Steph. You know what I'm saying? And Steph has welcomed him in. You know what I'm saying? This is really someone who's competing for your minutes.
Yep.
And Steph really took time sitting on the bench last year and allowed him to get some minutes. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah, he's different, man, and I respect anybody. He's a transcendent guy. You know, anybody who changes the way that people do something, and he changed the way that people think about playing basketball.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he changes the thought process, like, on how guys play back. You know, back in the day, it was all, you know, guys wanted to, you know, be like Jordan or be like Kobe or post up or do. No, he changed the entire thought process around how you play basketball.
So that's the glue guy. Draymond does some of the dirty work. He's a bargain brand Rodman.
Ooh, I would, definitely Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
Dollar Tree Rodman.
He's a Dollar Tree Rodman, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, I know they want to put this nigga in the Hall of Fame. I know they want, there's so many motherfuckers I put in the Hall of Fame for. Why is Kevin Johnson not in the Hall of Fame?
I agree.
Why is Chauncey Billups not in the Hall of Fame?
Hey, man, they don't have 4 rings.
I'm putting both of them motherfuckers in there every day before I put that nigga in, man. I don't care.
Oh, yeah. It's Baron Davis.
B. Diddy.
Baron Davis. That nigga is not even Gilbert Arenas level. No. He's not even Gilbert Arenas level.
No, not even close. So I am not nearly as impressed with him. And he cost him that other ring. They should have 5 rings, but this motherfucker want to kick LeBron in the nuts.
Yeah, he ain't sparked that fighting shit though.
What he gotta do? Yeah, he didn't want to do that shit. Why?
No, he didn't want that.
He didn't want that action. What in the world does he have to do to get dismissed, nigga? I mean, look, my guy in Boston was hitting bitches. He got 365. This nigga hit motherfuckers, and he getting invited back to camp. Come on, bro.
You come back the next day. You hit niggas, you come back the next day.
That's not analogous, man. I don't know.
Oh, that's wild, man. Draymond fucking great. Man, look, man. I do not like that dude, man. I honestly just I don't like. I don't think I could even hold a conversation with that guy, man. Just listening to him, like I don't like the sound of his voice. I'm not like I can't believe he's a great teammate, and I just can't believe it.
Which teammate he remind you of?
Call
they name out.
Motherfucker, I couldn't stand. Nah, I don't know if it was a motherfucker like Draymond Green that I just couldn't stand, bro. Not like that.
Come on, man, somebody.
That I had beef with, man. Nah, I can't think of nobody I had beef with like that.
You know.
I would have beef. I would have beef with Draymond, bro.
Yeah. You know, somebody during them 2 days, man, was hot.
I do remember getting into a fight. You remember Jamonte?
Who?
You remember Jamonte Robinson, man?
I can't call it.
Jamonte, he was a linebacker, man. He was a linebacker from Florida, man. I do remember the time me and Jamonte and 2 days down there at Wentworth got in a fist fight during the scrimmage. And we got in a fist fight on the field. And we was grabbing each other's helmet and holding each other's helmet and pulling each other and slinging each other around. Mm-hmm. And Coach said, it's like, all right, y'all want to fight? Y'all going to be best motherfucking friends. He made us hold hands and run gases, nigga. And, you know, this nigga's such a he's a linebacker, you know what I'm saying? I'm a lineman, so he's sprinting trying to
try to get it. Yeah.
It was like, I hate you. I hate you right now.
How'd y'all finish your career out together?
No, that's my guy, man. Jamonte is my guy. He came down here spring break and spent like a week with me and my moms and family. And that was my guy. Jamonte was my guy.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, man. He was a wild dude. Love him though, man. But yeah, they made his whole hands run across the field, man. I was so mad. That was after 2-a-day practice too.
Well, sometimes, man, y'all be, you know what I'm saying, in the same space together, breathing the same air. And, you know, sometimes it just lead to conflict, man. You know, you get all that energy worked up and shit don't work out the way it's supposed to. And then people who was together, they fade apart, man.
But, bro, here's the thing.
But hold up. Case in point.
Child in my
People
own
in
house.
love, they yell at each other all the time.
Oh, but that's true. Ask him, he's been married for how long?
Over 20-something years.
Over 20.
Look at him though, he look mad. You don't look happy, brother. You don't look happy.
He's very happy.
Min Chow, a former TV show bailiff and current Harris County deputy charged with his wife's murder, now ordered not to attend her funeral. Renard Spivey appeared before a judge today. He's facing very specific rules for his bond. David Gonzalez explains.
Wow. Talk about speaking fucking truth to power, nigga. This nigga called this shot on national TV.
You saw that shit, right?
He's like, nigga, you don't look happy, bro.
You got what was on Christina's court. You got this big 280-pound, cock-strong, bald-headed black man as the bailiff, and old buddy saying, "Yeah, you've been together for 20 years. You don't look happy, though, brother."
And then this nigga,
lo and behold,
for killing his wife. Wow, that's crazy. That shit's here too.
That was in Houston.
That's Harris County. That's Houston, man. I heard the news report of Sherman Child. Yeah, that's Houston, bro. Harris County.
Damn.
That is Houston, the city of Houston.
Any news down there about it?
I had not heard this at all.
Keep your keep your.
Did they say how he killed? Like they didn't say what happened or how he killed her or anything like that.
You know what? I don't know. I'm sure we could probably look it up.
I'll probably have to keep my ear to the ground and give y'all an update on that one, bro.
Yeah, I think we just got the video on there. I'm sure that's highly Googleable. But
yeah, I'm gonna have to give y'all the update on that.
Yeah, no doubt. But to lighter news. We already been on that. We your boy Trevor Noah got a chance to get with Method Man. You haven't seen this, have you?
No, I haven't seen this one.
All right, you're gonna check it out, but we got the audio for you. So this is between the scenes. You know, I don't know if you ever seen that where he between scenes.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay.
So he had,
in between the clips.
Yeah, so he apparently had Method Man on the show, and they have a moment, man. So I'm gonna let it ride.
Okay. One more picture, right over there on that mark. Gotcha. Yeah, that's it. I don't think you guys understand. My whole life, this guy, you know, like people go, who shapes your comedy? Who shapes how you think? Who shapes how you talk? You know, when you're growing up, you meet those influences, and you know the punchlines you would drop, the moments that you would have. Yeah. You know, just from that first line. You know, when I remember I had a VHS cassette that I would record music videos on, and I remember when the Rock Wilder came, and I bought Timberland boots because of you. I literally bought the boots because my mom couldn't believe how much they cost. And she was like, why are you buying these shoes? I was like, I cannot be Method Man if I do not have these boots. From the moment microphone checkup, swinging sword lecture, closing down the sector, supreme net protector, better warning, Mr. Metzger, born and pop, about to blow his leg from the pressure. Too hot for TV, but cheesy. Too many want to be hard, but easy. It's all that together, going all that together. It don't take much to please me. Love you, man. Thank you, sir.
Yo, that was dope. Yeah, that was dope. That was cool.
Bro, I would fanboy the fuck out over Method Man, bro.
Man, nigga, Method Man.
It would be so sloppy.
Think about our the time, like, cause he's talking about the Rottweiler, nigga. I'm talking about, nigga, the RZA the Razor. That Method Man.
Yo, hit me like, with the flavor, the damage, man. Cause then,
I'm talking about that guy.
Coming at you. First, I'm gonna get you. Once I got you, I got you. You could never capture the Method Man stamps for rhyming, for rap shit. Got niggas resigning. I mastered my style. Boy.
Yeah, man. Oh, that was the guy. That guy you couldn't tell me shit about, bro. Like, that was the dude. Man.
And these kids don't know who the fuck he is, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know. They just think he the dude, the lawyer from Power.
I don't even know if they
or
know
Cheese
that.
from The Wire.
I don't even know if they know that. You know what I'm saying?
They might not know about Cheese from The Wire. They just be probably the lawyer on Raising Kanan or some shit like that.
Bro, he's such a like.
That dude is a legend, man.
Where does he rank among hip hop legends?
Around hip hop legends?
Yeah. So like okay. Top tier, you gotta go what? Like Jay-Z, Nas. I know the Tupac and Biggie are throwing that conversation.
That's another conversation because that's another conversation with Tupac and Biggie, bro.
So is Meth in the Nas Jay-Z tier?
I don't think overall, bro. I think he's just like a tier below, which is not discrediting Meth. I think he's just like one tier below.
Is he Rock and Roll Hall of Fame then, if he's a tier below?
He is Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That doesn't...
Solo?
I mean, he is Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I mean, have they put Wu-Tang in yet?
I don't think so. Not yet.
What the fuck are they waiting on?
Yeah, they definitely... Nigga, that is a cultural phenomenon. They definitely need to be putting Wu-Tang in.
Yeah, I don't think they put Nas in yet either, but I think they put Eminem and they put Jay. Like, what the fuck are they waiting on?
For Wu-Tang?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. Like, I mean, you have motherfuckers in Asia rapping Wu-Tang lyrics.
Bro.
You got motherfuckers in Asia rapping Wu-Tang lyrics.
Yeah, because they brought Asian culture to America and Yeah, man. I'm sure that's probably big for them because, you know what I'm saying, they see us a part of themselves probably represented in the popular culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
And so,
facts.
I don't know. I was telling the late. I think Anna might have brought this to us as some Black Boy Joy.
Oh, the Method Man.
Yeah, this clip, and I was telling him how, you know, like I said, I would so fucking fanboy over this dude. I mean, like, and I'm gonna come back to it.
No, I agree with you, bro. But like Method Man is Method Man is for me. I ain't gonna lie. I'm so torn because I'm such a big ass Reggie Noble fan too, bro.
I am
if I was to meet the niggas together,
yeah, it'd be crazy. Yeah, I got friends who is Reggie over Meth. I'm Meth over Reggie, but you know what I'm saying. Like for me,
I would probably have to go, and I love Meth. Like I love Meth, but I would probably have to go Reggie over Meth, man.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I love the fuck out of Reggie, but I can't do it. I think Method Man's solo projects leave something to be desired.
Yeah.
The first album was a classic, but it wasn't as classic as some of the other ones that came out of Wu-Tang Camp. And that could be accredited to the Flood in RZA's Basement. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the second album I really liked. I
rock with the second one.
Yeah, I like the second
more
one
than the first one.
And then they got progressively kind of meh after that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think there's only a handful of niggas that could even begin to be in his category when it comes to guest appearances.
I would agree. Whenever his pen is put to the test, it's hard.
Like if he ain't got when he's responsible for the structure of a song and a whole album, it might be a little bit too much attention, you know, say that he need. But if he could just focus all his energy into giving you 16,
yeah. He's on that list, bro. He's on that list. I feel, you know, I was gonna ask you, since we was on the topic of Wu, and I know we off topic now. We done went into some fanboy shit, but who you got? Like best albums, period, out of the Wu.
Ghostface. That's not even a question.
Yeah.
It's not even close.
Yeah. It's not even close.
It's not even close.
It's not even close. Ghost is the guy.
Yeah. It's not, like the best album might be Cuban Links, but best albums.
I don't know. Iron Man's pretty fucking nasty, bro. Iron
Man's not his best one. Iron Man is not his best one.
Supreme Clientele?
You know it's Supreme Clientele. But Iron Man is still fucking
nasty.
like that. And Bulletproof Wallets. And I was listening to the Brown tape the other day on the road back from Tulsa.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's so slept on. You know what I'm saying? This nigga told a whole fucking story throughout, like a continuous story throughout the whole fucking album, bro. Nigga, that shit is wild, bro.
Ghost Dini.
Yeah, man. And like it's come on, man. It's I can't remember some of the names of the other ones, but it's a whole. But the one he had with Jadakiss, Run.
Yeah, Run.
That whole album was crazy. Fish Scale, you know what I'm saying? Like, just do it. It was.
Yeah, his albums. He was definitely by far the best solo artist out of the Wu. He was definitely the best solo artist out of the Wu, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I have an affinity for You God, dog, but that's like a guilty pleasure. I'm sorry. It's like a guilty pleasure.
I went to the You God concert.
What did you think about You God concert?
I enjoyed the concert. I think he played some songs at the concert that made me go buy the album. I bought the album, and then I was Kind of disappointed. I did enjoy the songs that he played in the concert, but then the rest of it was trash. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, he definitely. I don't know. He definitely is a black sheep, bro. But like his whenever he shows up on a Wu track, he brings it.
Does he? Does he though? Does he though?
You don't think so?
Yeah. He has his moments. He has his moments. That's all I'm gonna give him. That's all I'm gonna give him.
All right, I'll take that. I'll take that, man. I'm not caping for the guy, man.
I'm gonna say of the 9 members, original members of the Wu-Tang, he is firmly number 9.
I can't argue with that, bro. I can't argue with that, bro. I'm a fan of the underdog, man. I'm sorry, man. But I can't argue with that.
The underdog is Master Killer, because Master Killer wasn't even supposed to be a member.
True, but Master Killer can get with it though.
Master Killer can Master Kill, bro.
He can get with it though. When he get on and he get moving and he get going. Yeah, he can get it.
So this is the fanboy moment that I told the girls in the chat group. Is I was at a Wu-Tang concert, and Method Man chastised me.
Oh shit! When did this happen?
In Lawrence, back in college, we went to me and Will Hop went to Lawrence to watch the Wu concert, man.
Okay.
And, saying it was popping, but we got tired. So we was like, man, let's go to the balcony and sit down. We went to the balcony and Method Man saw us up there, man. He's like, yo, get y'all punk asses on.
You got punked by Method Man.
Oh, hell yeah, I got punked by Method Man, bro. I got right the fuck up, too. If I ever had the Trevor Noah experience with Method Man, I'm telling him that story, bro.
That's funny as shit.
Yeah, man. Method Man browbeat me.
Man, was you at that concert when they came to the Blue Note?
The whole Wu?
No, it wasn't the whole Wu. It was Ray and Ghost.
I know I saw Ghost. I don't think Ray was there. I know Ghost came and Lance had the we were talking about this not too long ago, but your frat brother Lance had the signed Supreme Clientele cover from Ghostface from that night.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. And so he got a picture and showed me somehow through the media, I guess, or whatever. But I don't think Ray was there, but Ghost definitely was. Shaheem was there.
Okay. Yeah, I do remember Shaheem being there.
Yeah, and I think the You Got concert was a separate night. I think that was the You Got concert. I remember because I had to retake the ACT. I had a 21 coming out of college. I needed a 22 for the program, so I had to take the ACT while I was on campus. And I was like, I need to hurry up and get this done because the You Got concert is later on. So that's why I remember the You Got concert. I went to see Dirty in Lawrence also.
I would love to see Dirty in person, man.
That shit was crazy, bro. That shit was crazy. Dude, he came out. He came out Lauryn Hill late. You know what I'm saying?
I believe it.
And he was like, I'm not going on until I get my fucking Grey Goose. You know? And so, I don't remember if he went to the bar and walked. I don't think he walked in the crowd, but he made sure that the bar brought him his fucking bottle before that nigga got off popping, bro. And then, so a song on the album that I was kind of met on before the concert, but I love to death now is The Stomp.
Okay.
The nigga, he did the Stomp, get down for your crowd, stomp. I don't know if you remember the whole song, you know what I'm saying? But that shit live was a fucking vibe, bro. It was the energy, man. I can't.
I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna have to go back and bump Stomp, man.
Yeah, man. Like, dude, I wasn't that big on it, but nigga, that shit in the fucking live in the concert, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and bump that motherfucker, man. Check it out.
Yeah, so I mean, I encourage you to do so, bro. Our tabs have been tabulated, man.
I'm with you. Yeah, it's 1 a.m. Got a big day tomorrow, bro.
I got our homecoming game it's our last homecoming game.
Okay.
And I am the announcer for it, so.
What's up? Let's get it.
Let's get it. Yep.
Boys out there and win tomorrow, man.
Nah, they not gonna win. They might win. If they gonna win the game, they probably had 2 games they could have won. The rest of them were out of reach. You know what I'm saying? If they go win a game, this is the one that they have a shot to win. You know what I'm saying?
This is it, man. They're gonna win the game, bro. I got faith, man. They're gonna pull it out tomorrow.
I hope so. I think it'd be good for the kids, man. I think they need that for their spirit. Yeah, they took some big L's this week. You know what I'm saying? Kids are coming up to me asking me what I'm gonna do next year, and I'm like, I don't know. I really don't know.
Are they gonna try? I mean, they don't have the ability. I was gonna say they don't have that ability. Would they follow you wherever you end up?
I don't know. I might be going places they can't go.
And that's the thing.
Yeah. So, like I said, I'm gonna have to have some conversations with some people and kind of determine what's in the makings. I was really thinking about bouncing this year, but I'm looking at this group and I'm like, I kind of want, they looking at me, they down in the mouth. I kind of want to at least finish out this year, and then after that, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Close it out with them, man. And go with your heart, man. Close it out with them, man. Finish it out.
Yeah. So, I'm usually in the mode of building a program and then recruiting freshmen and that type of thing. I might just roll with the guys I got. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, give them all your energy, man. Yeah. The boys might perform for you.
That'd be great, man. That'd be great. They've definitely gotten beat up during football season. So if I can get them in, we can have some success. And like I said, we did win a trophy last year. I think another team kind of handed it to us, but we definitely claimed it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we come bearing gifts. We take them all.
Oh yeah, man. If you're gonna hand it over, we're gonna accept it.
You know what I'm saying?
Which reminds me, I need to go get my goddamn trophies. I need to take the motherfuckers home because I don't know what's gonna happen to them at the school. But yeah, man. So again, it's the end of an era, and a new one begins.
Let's go. Let's get it.
That has been the Brothers Breaking Bread for this year episode.
One time.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you getting on with me, man. I missed it. We had spent a week off. We got to stay in that routine, man. We got to stay sharp.
All good. We break bread all the time, brother. So excited, man, to see you guys next week, man.
Yeah, man.
Touchdown, get in, and we can actually break some bread in person, man. It'll be what's up.
Absolutely, man.
Right on.
So, for AC, this is Joe Jeff. And for all the crew, we pour out a little liquor for the ones that ain't here. Never, ever, ever forget to break bread with your brothers and sisters. We out. What up?
Hello, everybody. Good evening. How are you today?
Chilling. We just over here talking. We really ain't got started with nothing.
No worries. You do a game today?
Yeah.
Announcing?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
I have to work a game tomorrow, and usually I do the chain. And for tomorrow, they're like, you're going to do the clock. And I don't know if I can pay attention to the game as closely as they expect me to be able to do the clock successfully. So we'll see how this goes tomorrow. And it's homecoming.
That'd be my issue too, because every once in a while they have me do the clock, and I be fading the fuck out.
Yes, it's much easier to do that when you're doing the chain than doing the clock. I'm assuming.
Yeah, like when I'm on a mic, if I miss a play, I just miss a play. It's okay. But if you miss that 40-second clock, they be like, "Hey,
yes, everybody in the crowd is gonna be screaming at me tomorrow. I'm pretty sure. So that'll be fun.
I'm sure somebody else in the stands will be there. Not somebody saying somebody on the crew will be able to help you. You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully. Yeah. So far, they said it's only the announcer and me up there, but I'm like, I'm gonna have to bring somebody up there to help me. Just like.
So you gotta run the game. You gotta run the score board and the 40-second clock.
What's the 40-second clock?
The play clock.
Oh, for the plays, bro. They didn't even tell me anything about that, so I don't even know about that. I guess I have to do both. I need to add that to my list of to-dos because nobody mentioned that. I forgot about that.
Yeah, you better figure that out.
40-second clock. I'm gonna put that as the headline on my little note app where I was taking notes. 40 seconds. And that's how long every play is supposed to take, right?
Not all of them. It's changed.
Not all of them.
The rules changed. It used to be 25 seconds, I think, but then you're in Missouri, right?
Yeah.
I think they changed the rules within the last couple of years to allow people to bleed the clock a little bit. And so I don't remember what they are. This is my first year having to deal with it. But I haven't had to use the clock, but I'm just saying.
That's way too much to think about. Okay, I'm gonna ask somebody. I'll ask the AD tomorrow when I get there.
Yes, just know if you got to do the scoreboard and the play clock, or if you just doing one or the other. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to even think if I've seen it. Yeah, I feel like when I was doing the chain, the clock was running for plays. So yeah, somebody's got to be doing it. Okay, it's probably me. Another thing I got to pay attention to. So we'll see how that goes.
Yes, and what we do is we have. I'm on the mic. Somebody does the play clock. Somebody does the scoreboard. So
hopefully there's a third person up there. Then I'll ask and see if I can find somebody.
Like I said, that's how we do it. I don't know if that's what y'all do.
Well, that's how it needs to be. I've never been up there. I haven't done the clock since like 2008 or something like that. Probably 2007.
Oh, right.
And the assistant AD was like, "You've done it before, haven't you?" I was like, "In 2007." And he was like, "Okay, so you'll be fine. Do it for homecoming tomorrow." I was like, "Okay, dude, we'll see."
Yeah, I gotta do a homecoming game tomorrow too. So
just do it for a lot of the KCPS schools?
I am like the voice of KCPS schools.
Oh, cool. Congrats.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't come with any extra money.
Yeah, I know. That's all I do it for. Extra money, a quick $100-something.
So I achieved a goal, like a landmark this year. I've been bitching about this for close to a decade, how they were paying us per game. And so they were giving us a $33 stipend per game. So if you do a basketball game, okay, that's not too bad. Game is an hour and a half. You might be able to do 2 or 3 in a night. You know what I'm saying? So you might be able to get $60, $100, something like that. But they were doing the same thing for football, but you're only getting one game. And that game's like 4 hours. So now it's $33 to spread over 4 hours. Like, this shit's, I'm donating my time.
Each hour. It's just a set price?
That's how they were doing in our district. Now, I think they're, like, certified staff were getting that, and then I think other groups, like, if you're non-certified, they might be paid by the hour. And I don't know why they do that, but that's how they're doing it.
Yeah.
So I was getting $33 to come out there and do the game for 4 hours.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm doing it just because, you know, it's something to do on a Friday night. But I would bitch and moan about it. So I did it at a little preseason meeting. And they was like, it got to be union negotiated. The first day of school, the union president used to teach down the hallway from me. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah.
So he was there in the building. I just kind of mentioned it offhand the first day of school, kept it moving. About 3 games later, they told me, "Oh, we're doubling the salary."
Nice. That's nice.
So I got that to happen, and
that's time. That's good.
And so when everybody be like, "Oh man, they doubled the salary," I was like, "Hey," because they knew I was in the meeting asking about it, and they'd be like, "Hey man, they finally did what you said." I was like, "You welcome."
Oh shit! I'll be right back. I gotta take a phone call real quick.
Go for it. I'm gonna get this Facebook up so I can start pulling shit down. Back in the day, like when we were first getting started, I'd be like, "Hey, you should check out the show." I'm like, "Hey, here's 3 hours to go listen to."
Right.
I'm like, no, we can't do that. Let's break it up into two. It's digestible. I'll give you some fun size ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but also I think too, like that's cool for new listeners, but the regulars, you know, they're gonna come in and break in and break out when they break in and break out. So whether you break it up or, you know, make it one long extended one, they're gonna always come back to it where they left off.
Yeah. And people who listen to podcasts, they do that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I just feel like it's a little bit more friendly.
It is
when it's broken up, and then on top of that, then you get 2 downloads for the price of one.
That's true.
So numbers wise, it looks pretty good that way. But
some more streams in there that way.
Yeah, man. But I'm probably gonna be lazy. I might, we got a little bit in the pregame I might pull from. We got a little bit of postgame I might pull from. So I might be able to stretch this out to 2. You know, put a little baking soda in this motherfucker.
Mix it up. Fire it up.
We're going to cut this motherfucker. Get this crack rock. You know what I mean?
Right on.
That's what it is, bro, man.
All right, man. Well, shit, I'm about to get it in. I got to get up and hit this gym tomorrow and run all these motherfucking errands and, you know, do some adult shit.
I mean, do that. Do that, man.
All right, I'll holler at you, bro.
Holler at you, man.
All right.
Yep.
Break bread with your brothers whenever possible.